What's up guys, this is Gagan from livelearnings.com and this is the fourth video tutorial of PIC16F886 microcontroller series. In this video tutorial I will start the programming part, how you can write a simple program for your PIC microcontroller. So let's start first with the features of PIC16F886. You can see we have 8 kilobyte of flash memory, 368 bytes of static RAM, 256 bytes of EEPROM, 24 input outputs, 11 channels of 10-bit ADC, one channel for ECCP and CCP. This is enhanced capture compare and PWM module. One EUSART means enhanced universal synchronous asynchronous receiver transmitter. One master synchronous serial port, 2 comparators, 2 8-bit timers and 1 16-bit timer. For this tutorial, I will first deal with the input-output pins of a microcontroller. So this is a very basic startup programming part for every microcontroller, how you can configure a port, a pin of a microcontroller as an input or as an output. So let's move to the compiler side. Now when you start the MikroC Pro for PIC for very first time, you will get this start page and any previous program opened. So first go to start page, and I don't want to show this start page on every run, so I will just uncheck this box and the start page will never display again. Go to project and click on close project. So if any recent project file is opened, it must be closed. To create a new project, go to project, click on new project and a new project wizard will open. Now click on next. First is the project name. I will give a simple name to my project like test1 project folder. So always choose a simple location, one easy location. Like on desktop, I create a folder, this folder, and I will save my project to this folder. Click OK. For my video tutorial, the device is PIC16F886. If the device name is not there, just scroll down the list and you will find the PIC16F886 for your application. So here is the device, PIC16F886. For my prototyping board, I will use a 16 MHz crystal, so the device clock will be 16 MHz. So click next. Now we are on step 2. Just simply click on next. For step 3, click include none, because I don't want to use any inbuilt library of MikroC at this time. So just select this option, include none, and click on next. And it is important now. There are a lot of configuration bits for PIC microcontroller through which you can select the clock source. You can enable or disable the watchdog timer. You can start or turn off the power on timer. You can select the code protection options. So these all configurations, if you want to set, just check on this box and click finish. Then a new window will pop up with edit project. So in this window you can change all the configurations. Like if you want to use the internal RC oscillator, so you can select this first option. So your microcontroller will get clock from internal RC oscillator, but I will use external crystal of 16 MHz. So for that the option must be HS high speed oscillator, and the remaining options will remain unchanged. I will not change other settings right now because it is our very first programming tutorial. And make sure your selected MCU name is the same which you want to use. I want to use PIC16F886. It is correct. And the clock frequency is 16 MHz. It is also correct. So just click on OK and you will find a new source file. The name of this file is test1.c. So .c is your C file, it is your source file where you will write all of the instructions required for your application. Now, if you are familiar with C language, you have an idea that what is the meaning of this void main. So void main is the function under which we will write all of the instructions for our program. Sometimes the text font size can be small. You can change the font size from tools, then go to options, then click on editor and editor settings, click on open options dialog and editor font. So click on font, and I am currently using font size 20. So you can select any font size, click OK, OK, apply and OK. How you will write code for PIC16F886 in embedded C. Embedded C is similar to C, but it is for controllers. So first I will deal with port C of microcontroller. We have 3 ports in PIC16F886: port A, port B and port C. So if you want to write a value to port, you can write like port C is equal to 0 or port C is equal to 5. So keep in mind that when you are writing a name for a register of microcontroller, you have to use capital letters. Suppose this is a simple program which you want to write for your application. We just put a value on port. So in this way, your port will output some value. To compile this program, you can go to build and click on build. On the bottom of the compiler screen, you will get all the messages that your project finished successfully, means there is no error in the program. Suppose you forget something in the programming and then you click on build. In the message window, you will see this type of error and it will highlight that line so that you can find the error in that particular line. So now the error is of semicolon. So every statement, every instruction in program should be terminated with a semicolon. It is a basic rule of C language. This is a simple program where we are writing some values to a port. So these values 0 or 5 are decimal. If you want to write hex value, then the format will be port C is equal to 0x. So 0x stands for hex. So if I write 0x 0f, so this value will be a hex value. So you can change this value. It can be 0x01, it can be 0xff, and in this way you can write any value to any port of the microcontroller. But I am not discussing about port A and port B right now, because first I will show you the simulation of this program and I will show you the simulation part in next tutorial. For this, stay in touch and don't forget to subscribe my channel. I will provide further tutorials on PIC16F886 series. Thanks for watching.